Welcome back to Mountain Connections this morning. Now we are entering into the Slamdance portion of our show. Very excited because we have the filmmaker and the stars of the feature documentary Iron Family. We've got Patrick, Jazmine, and Chad joining us. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Wonderful. Now, I am so excited about this film. We actually have a bit of a teaser, so I'd love to show it to our audience before we jump in.
I just popped my notebook out, and I thought this could be my reality. Oh, God. Whoa, hello.
You have a new play this summer coming up, right? Is that?
Yes. It's based on my life. Come in, Miss McConaughey, sir. It's open. I had this vision for a very long time. My character is married to Matthew McConaughey, and sometimes it's like crazy.
She's either an incredible genius or she just has amazing luck.
People may say that you can't do something because you have Down syndrome. And do you ever start to believe that?
Sometimes I do, but you have to deal with criticism.
Maple syrup, yeah, take it easy on that too. Here,
Chad, stop saying that. I know what I'm doing.
Now, I just love the teaser of this film. And Patrick, tell me, how did you hear about Jazmine and her family?
Well, I knew Chad as kind of an acquaintance here in Savannah, Georgia, where we live. And I knew we were into some of the same music and art and creative stuff around town. And he knew that I was a documentary filmmaker and worked in film production. And so he approached me about going to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to film this play. And fortunately, my wife and I were already looking for an excuse to get out of the Savannah summer heat and go up north. And so my wife and I went and we filmed. We were planning on filming for a couple days, but upon meeting Jazmine, we knew we had a bigger story on our hands. So we filmed for 7 days. And then we finished filming the play, and we got interviews with the family, and then we made several trips back to Iron River, Michigan over the next year to capture kind of the history of the town and shoot some drone photography to capture the environment and capture Chad and Jazmine in the environment, and to capture more of Chad and Jazmine's relationship. And then we spent about the time COVID hit, we started editing, which was sort of fortunate for us, and we edited for about a year, and I showed rough cuts of the film to Chad and Jazmine as we went along, and then ended up with this 90-minute film that we really are excited to show to people.
So, Chad, tell me, you approached Patrick about this initial filming idea, and what made you think that this would be a great way to show the world your family and your dynamic?
Sure. Well, you know, I'm a storyteller and writer, and so every summer when I would come up, you know, we had already done 5 seasons previous to the documentary, and I was sort of kicking myself every summer because I saw the potential for just capturing some really wonderful stuff, you know, the community coming together to support Jazmine and so on. And so I just decided, you know, that summer that I needed to, at the very least, get somebody up there to film it. And so it's funny, you see me running a lot in the film. I was literally running through the park, and I saw Pat, and I knew that he had, you know, directing abilities, but at that point I just wanted him to possibly be the one to come up there and film. And so I told him, you know, I'm going to pitch you something. I can't do it right now, but you're going to hear from me shortly. And so then we made it happen. And so I knew that if I just got somebody up there and we started filming, doing some interviews, you know, I had a list of people that I wanted to kind of sit Jazmine down with and have them talk about their experience with the play and so on, that if I could just do that, we would absolutely have something. And And indeed, I was right. And Pat saw it pretty quickly, and his wife Ann was up there shooting as well. And so that's how it started.
Now, Jazmine, tell us about your play and the story.
Okay. This play is called The Double Life, and I do these plays every summer, and my family is in it. They help me a lot. They help me get the props, and every so well, it's so really fun. I love it. The dialogue is fantastic. I love it, and it's really fun and very comedic and sad at the same time. And the reason why I came up with it is because I always thought like a good perfect title for the play, title for it, and I thought, maybe I could do something that's really fun and really creative. And I always had this. I never had in my other past life, I had a double life, so it'd be kind of cool to have that. So that's why I made this whole thing up, and so it's a really good story.
That's great. Now, Chad, tell us, how did filming and revealing your life to the world, how did this impact your family and your dynamic?
Well, they're pretty open, and I had already, I like to say that I had warmed them up a little bit because I wrote a memoir that was probably a lot more telling than a documentary. So they were used to the exposure a little bit. But, I think my family is really, I mean, they don't have anything to hide, and they're, accept who they are, the wonderful things and maybe some of their shortcomings. And so everybody was pretty open to having a camera in front of them. And it helped too that almost immediately that, is it a little early, Jazmine?
Yeah.
Almost immediately, Pat and Ann were part of the family, it seemed like. And so it was just a small crew. It wasn't like we had anybody other than that. And I was, helping out with camera work sometimes. Sometimes we would even have my Aunt Holly if we needed another angle or we needed a shot. So it was easy. That part was pretty easy, I would say.
Wonderful. Now, Patrick, one more question here. First, tell us where viewers can watch Iron Family, and then also tell us, what you hope they will get out of watching this film.
Yeah, well, viewers can go to slamdancechannel.com, and for $10, you can get a pass to the festival and see all the films, which is a great deal. And it's between now and February 6th. And you can also vote for our film for the Audience Award if you so choose. And I hope that viewers will each come away with something different because we have a story about searching for a father figure. We have a story about overcoming a breakup. We have a story about how families and communities can come together to create artwork and set aside their differences. So I just think that our movie will appeal to a lot of people in a lot of different ways. And so I'm excited to see it get out there.
Well, thank you, Patrick, Jazmine, and Chad. Head over to the Slamdance website to view Iron Family, and we'll be right back after this break.